G'day, welcome to today. To be honest, before I even jump on this bike, I was thinking to myself, I can't be bothered, I don't want to be going out in this wet, cold, foggy, gnarly day. But meeting up with some people, there is sunshine there somewhere and hopefully it's going to pop out, even having to endure the pain of all of this. But I think that's what life's all about, isn't it? We have to endure the foggy bits, the bits that encompass you and overwhelm you and fill you with a sense of, am I ever going to come out of this? And ultimately, you may have days that are completely fogged in. That's fogged in, it might be just been mega busy, or there's emotional stuff going on. You've just got some overwhelming kind of like stuff that's just filling you up. And I think that's where probably the phrase comes from, light at the end of the tunnel. And there always is, isn't there, I think, most of the time. And sometimes once you come out of that tunnel, yes, we come straight back into some more fog. Again, I was thinking about maybe pulling the pin here and turning around and going back home. Don't really fancy it, to be honest. It's only about 3 degrees at the moment, 4 degrees, 5 degrees max. It was pretty damn dull. Check out some of these streets going through suburban Canterbury, North Canterbury, new subdivision. This is only a few years old, but it doesn't take long for the housing and development to rise up above the ground, or rise from the ground, as we come to the BP service station where we are meeting this morning. 3 of us today. You know, one from a couple of camps that we've been on. Once you get on the bike, and even when the start might not be looking all that encouraging to get on, once you get out there and on the bike and start chewing through a bit of road, there's a true satisfaction and enjoyment even as we go through this fog, and hopefully soon to emerge into sunshine. I think there's something to appreciate too. The fog puts a different light and a different look, ambience around the things that are around us all the time. And then you throw the sunshine, blue sky and everything else, and it just creates a completely different ambience and look and an aura of it, which is awesome. And that's one of the things, you know, on a motorcycle you get to feel and be part of it. So the downside is you might get a wet neck, wet visor, and it can be a right pain to keep it clear, but to get out there and enjoy it is just something else. As we head north from Christchurch, there's a lot to see and a lot to enjoy visually and also climate-wise. As you head up into wine country, Waipara, Waikari, Cheviot, those sort of areas, there's a lot of vineyards around there, and I guess the climate is well suited. It can be a lot colder, but at the same time a lot warmer, and I think that well suits that type of cropping. Still though, as we are in winter, it's still relatively dry around. The Huranui Hotel is for sale, an old hotel. I have stayed there numerous times for work, and a great spot to be. A little past Culverton, this road is familiar as well as we head towards a couple of damn cute alpaca. But anyway, that beside the point. Heading inland towards Waia And Waiau is a place that's had numerous rallies, which you may have watched before. If you haven't, hey, pop back and look at some of those past videos. They're a pretty cool wee spot out there. Beautiful scenery, the river view across this long one-lane bridge. The Leda Valley Road is another great road. In the summertime it's even better, not as much grit. In the winter time there's a lot of grit about. You've really got to watch yourself and be aware of where you're riding. Some corners have a lot more than others and can make the bike a little bit twitchy if you're going through that a little bit too quick. Take it easy, y'all. The good thing about New Zealand is that you do have the option of being able to take lesser travelled roads, or roads that may be a little more interesting. You've got the state highways which might be a little bit more straight and direct to where you're going to go, but here we also have the option of being able to go inland, outland and take in a little bit of something different as we head over the Hundalis. We approach the coast and there's definitely a lot of that sea mist in the air. Beautiful aroma and smell as we pass through tunnels to re-emerge out into sunshine, sunlight, with a little bit of sea mist wetting the road, which again makes you need to be a little cautious. Reaching the seaside scenic town of Kaikoura that is flanked by ocean and spectacular Alps, which look even more spectacular with snowcaps.
These are our local
those fabulous mountains as we top up with some gas for the trip continuing. Little gratuitous throttle blipping, enjoying the beautiful sound, pulling up for a stop to take in the scenic sights and snap a couple of shots of the motorcycles. State Highway 1 and the coastline freight, all the freight, whether it be by truck, probably mostly by truck and a fair bit by train, up the mighty east coast. If I was to think back to this morning when I woke up, looked out the windows, saw all that fog, and had I have decided to have stayed in bed, stayed at home, blobbed on the couch, watched some Netflix or whatever, just look at what I would have missed. Beautiful scenery. Temperature now is around 15 or 16 degrees. It's beautiful. It's like almost like it's spring. Yet still, we are only at the very beginning of August. Trees and shrubs are still pretty bare as we await for spring, which isn't too far away. Only just on another month we'll start to see blossoms and leaves forming on the trees around us. The launch of a new season, more motorcycling, more getting out there and seeing different places. Looking forward to the days of camping, maybe some more dock camping grounds, maybe get out to some beaches, a bit of camping, maybe a little bit more fishing. What sort of riding do you like to do? Throw some information down in the, or throw some comment down in the bottom there. Let me know what sort of rides you prefer. Day rides, rides out to the coast, rides up into the mountains, camping overnight, camping a couple of days, making big days of it, or maybe just a short 5-minute ride out from home. Whatever it is, as long as it feeds that soul of yours, that's all that really matters from my point of view at the very least. I hope that wherever you are in the world, whether you are enjoying a summer right now or whether you are like me, still waiting for the warmer days, which are coming, I know, even through those foggy starts or foggy finishes, they are coming and really looking forward to it. Really appreciate you all coming along and enjoying this ride with me. I've certainly enjoyed it, and until the very next time, keep the feet to the ground, including your wheels and tyres, unless it's your front one, you're having a good time. Cheers, until next time.